Welcome to my house.
I didn't realise this was your house.
My house is the earth is my home.
The earth is your home.
Provides everything we need.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the debut episode of Talking Off Script. I'm the voice, Carl Andrews, and joined with me is the best man, the co-owner of Reach, and a man that I quite frankly call a friend. It's Jason King.
Thank you very much.
Well, I can, why not? How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah, summertime. We're in Yeovil.
Oh, it's hot. It's lovely and hot out here, isn't it?
It's lush, to be honest with you.
Oh, love
You
it.
said about doing this outside, I'm glad. In town, which is useful.
Yeah, I'm surprised you've got a shirt on.
Do you know something? It's bright white, so I ain't going to attract too much sun. So I won't, so I'm kind of trying to be professional, but usually I am topless, like a minimum.
Yes, you usually are. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk. Let's talk about what you posted either earlier today or was it yesterday about you only working for so many promotions now. Well, what's this? So is this because you want to focus purely on Reach now? Do you or?
Good, like you know me, right? So I think for the people that don't really know me, that don't really understand my passion and what I'm about, it's probably hard to understand because you'd think anybody that wants to be in wrestling, right, wants to work for everybody, yeah?
Exactly. Well, yeah,
right,
of course. Yeah, of course.
Because we all want to work everywhere. Good shows, shit shows, it don't matter. We want to work because we want the experience and all that stuff, right? It got pretty dry pretty quick for me in the sense that I realised I was a kid and I was like, I love professional wrestling, I want to be a wrestler, and that's all I ever wanted to be, right? Well, I've been one now for 5 years in total.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I was like, I wanted to be in the WWE. Then something changed, and I was like, I don't mind anymore if I'm not in the WWE, right? It's literally not something on my list. And I hear people say stupid things like, if you don't want to be in the WWE, get out of this business. And no. Maybe I want to do something else. Right?
Doesn't the WWE doesn't have to be the goal in professional wrestling, does it?
You hear that stupid shit? People they say stupid. I hear so much dumb crap, mate, floating around the locker rooms that people think it's okay to say because they think like, oh, the guy that came before me said it, so now it's my line. It's shut up. And one of them is if you don't want to be in WWE, get out of this business. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. I got my own company that I love with all my heart.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're part of it, right?
Yeah.
And my goal is honestly to have as much fun and create as much opportunity for people as I can.
I love that.
But like it's real because
yeah.
you know me, yeah. What we're doing with the Reach Academy and stuff. I was sick to death for going to shows. I didn't care about what was happening in the ring. It was what was always happening outside the ring. Like you hear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Telephone, telegram, telewrestler, right? The amount of nonsense that I hear outside of the ring. Like, you're backstage too. You hear all the rumors
unfortunately I do.
Yeah, like I can't stand it. Like it feels like I'm in a bloody playground sometimes. And I think we're all grown men and grown women, and some of us are. How can I word this? We aren't hiding behind fake fighting, and we ain't hiding behind this idea that the man that wins in the ring is the better man. Like I just can't hear a lot of the shit talking and a lot of the nonsense that goes on. And I said to myself, I don't have any of that at Reach. We absolutely don't have it, right? We stamp it out. There's none of it from our students, none of our wrestlers, none of that crap. And you're there, right?
Yeah.
So I told myself, I said, why would I go to other places where I get in the locker room and I hear, he said this and you heard about her saying that? And I'm thinking, we're not in play school. We're grown men and grown women. We should be bigging each other up, talking about the good match that we saw on TV last night. Or at the last show, I got this great match out of this guy or that girl. But instead it's, did you see when matey fuck got spot up? Did you see her? She's crap.
It does my head in. There's a lot of people out there that just seem to focus on what people are messing up and what people are botching. And they're not giving the appreciation to what you're actually able to do in the ring or even outside the ring. The same goes for myself, whether if you're a good talker, whether you can cut a good promo, whether if you can wrestle really, really well. I bet everybody did, and it's the same goes for everywhere all over the world. Everybody seems to want to focus on the botching,
and I hate that. I can't stand that negative energy. And as you get older in life, you realise, right, it's your my choice, right, is how I live my life. And if I want to spread more positive energy in the world, if that's something I want to do, if I want to positively affect people, then I need people around me that positively affect me. What I do not want is to go in these locker rooms and, like you said, oh, that commentary was shit or that guy botched that. I don't care. And I don't want to hear constantly how you think this guy's crap and this guy shouldn't have got that contract and you should have been picked instead of this guy. At Reach, I got 22 students on the books, minimum at the moment, that all want to be professional wrestlers. And from moment one, when we broke them in, there's been no negative energy for them.
Every single one of them has got so much passion and heart in that academy. I've never seen an academy so dedicated to. All of them desperately want to get into the ring and are so passionate about it.
That's very cool to hear. That,
It really is.
And like that's from seeing how things have been done wrong and saying, I'm not having any of this no more. I was like, if I could create a place where there was none of that shit and it was just the good energies, and you can't always, there's always going to be something bad's going to occur, right? But if we can limit that stuff to stuff we can control, like I limit the bad things that I can control. For example, if I know somebody's trouble, I don't book them. If I know they're trouble, and I don't mean so-and-so said that he said that she said they're trouble. I mean, I've spoken to this person and I know they're a piece of shit, or I've spoken to this person and they're hard to do business with. I go, do you know what? You work everywhere else if you want in this country, in this world, but you're going to work for me. I don't want those kind of people around. So I can control that stuff. What I can't control is like when the music guy who does our music, his laptop goes down, right?
Look, I was waiting for a little dig about that. It was unfortunate. My laptop was, 15 years old. It was going to go. Unfortunately, it was on your show, mate.
Yeah, it was.
I do apologise.
Yeah, well, the damage is done now, isn't it? No, but like that we can't control, right? That happens. Yeah?
No, it does. Yeah, these things happen.
So I can get over that. Like, it's no biggie. But if it's something I can control, I can limit the amount of crap that goes on. So we don't have none of that nonsense backstage, and we don't have it from our students, we don't have it from our wrestlers. There's no negative energy. I would challenge anybody to say, I've been to Reach and I didn't enjoy this, or I was backstage and the atmosphere was shit. I would challenge anybody to come out and say to me, oh, here's my gripe I got with Reach Wrestling. I would say, okay, let's talk. I'm not hiding. I don't hide from anyone. I'm not running away.
No, I agree.
You know, and I wanted an atmosphere where if I couldn't go to the WWE or I didn't want to go to the WWE, I was going to create my own WWE. My own, like, paradise, if you will, right? And that's what we've done with Reach. So I looked at certain other companies and said, I don't want to be there no more. I don't want to be around the people that make it negative for me. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't do it in life. In life, I'm not around people I don't like and people that don't bring good energy into my life. So I'm not going to do it in wrestling anymore.
I mean, and now it's not the case of just you're looking after number one. You're not just looking after Jason King anymore, are you? You've got a brand. You've got something that you've brought back to Plymouth, something that you're giving back to the fans. And in 1 year, ladies and gentlemen, one whole year, and look at the success.
We fucking smashed it.
We really have, haven't we? We really have.
Like you can't,
some of the most fun I think I've had this year as well.
Right? Like you know what it's like on show day when like everything's going good and we're all buzzing around and like how many times when you're doing commentary do I walk past you like I don't know like grab
slap
your
my
ass,
ass, yeah.
Like and you're just like this guy in the ring. What? You're like son of a and it's just like we're just having a good time. Like we're all busting our asses and everybody wants it to succeed, and it's just about taking a step back sometimes and saying, okay, I recognise what's wrong, so let's eliminate that stuff and just do it right. And I just don't want to be around it anymore. Like where I am tonight, so I'm for a company tonight, UPW, right? And I like working here. Like I like coming here, and I'd work here. If he messaged me and said, listen, I've got this for you, I'd probably say yes. Because I like working for this guy. No negative energy, no shit backstage. I was back upstairs in the locker room a minute ago, and it was me, Reeves, obviously, Grayson Reeves, Lance Cole popped in, Josh Knott was there, Dick Riley, main event ref, Joey Seven. And we were all just sharing stories about, good stories about one wrestler, Joe Redman. Everyone's got a Joe Redman story because he's so good that he's messed all of us up at one point or another, right? Every single person's got a Joe Redman story. We're telling a tale about Joey saying how he messed him up on the camp, and I'm telling a tale he blew me up within a minute of a match, and it's all positive energy, right? We're not in there saying, this jackass. We're in there saying, how good is this guy when he does this and he does that, right? It's all positive. We're all laughing about how good somebody is. And that energy is what we need in wrestling in the world, right?
Yeah.
Putting everybody over. And, like, there are companies I won't work for anymore that I did work for that I just don't want to be part of. I just don't want to be part of the bullshit and the lies and the lies. Constant lies. Why would you lie?
Well, I'm in a little bit of the same boat. I mean, I've had a tough couple of months myself, and I've eliminated not what I can't do. It's more what I don't want to do.
Right.
So I've put myself down now for about, I think it's 3 promotions. I think now, obviously, you're one of them, and UPW's the other one, and I think for me, I think that's enough.
Yeah, right. We couldn't do it without you. I tell you all the time. We couldn't do it without you. How many times
I'm sure you could.
How many times do I send you a message when we're talking and go, I love you?
Yeah,
How many times I tell you that?
I know.
All the time. And I mean it. Like, I'll be the first one to credit somebody that helps us.
Yeah.
John Aubrey, our MC, you and Dave and Clown commentary, and the music stuff you do with Dylan, and the filming, and then we got GB that's doing our documentary.
And Rick that does the
Rick,
oh my God,
finest photographer I've probably ever seen.
One of the most nicest guys I think I've ever met. Really, so professional.
He's a fan of wrestling. He loves it. So
I know.
He tells me all the time, I missed that moment because I was so surprised. I saw that and I was like, holy shit! And then I'm going, take the photo. Just a great group of people that all of the same go. Again, there's no negativity. Everybody's hugging, everybody's happy, everybody's laughing, and we're just creating good energy.
And that's the way it needs to be. It's not the case of just turn up for work, get paid and go. It's coming to be with friends and hanging out at times when, because we've all got personal lives, we've all got jobs and families and what have you, and yeah, when you get to do stuff like this, it's like being around another family, isn't it? It
right?
really is.
Like it's your escape from real life. Like, how many of us have got day jobs that we don't like, and like you just said, right? And got like, I don't know, partners we don't like. I don't know. I mean, I like mine. Don't get me wrong, but you hear people that are having a miserable time at home or whatever, and you come to wrestling and you escape the world's problems. And if it's even just for those 3 or 4 hours you're in the locker room, or for the time that you're commentating on a show, or you're even the MC for a show, or you're wrestling, you just get to leave it all behind. And just for a few hours, or even for 20 minutes in the ring, you just get to say, do you know what? I'm going to suspend disbelief for a second. I'm going to forget that life, and I'm going to just go into this fantasy world, and I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to relax. And you just don't get better than that, does it?
I love it. We're here in Yeovil for UPW. We're here at the Abbey Manor Community Centre. And I do believe this is where you debuted for UPW. And I believe this is where I first met you as well, if I believe. And do you remember that interview that I did with you? Yeah, he completely tore me a new one.
It was good, though. So, because you're doing like the...
yeah, it was more
Q5.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So his thing was like he was doing like the Q5, which is like he asked wrestlers 5 questions, but they were all answering like everyday guys, and he was like, so who would be your dream opponent be? And I watched a few of them. They were like, I think my opponent would maybe be like Shawn Michaels, and I'm thinking, all right, lads, but this is shit. Like, let's. So I said to him before, right? I said, Brian, can I like doing character? And you were like, yeah, man, for sure. And I said,
I had no idea that you were going to tell me like that, though.
Because I go to you, you don't mind if I'm going to be a little bit rude, right? And you're like, oh no, that's cool. I was like, okay, I probably should have been a bit more clear. I mean, I really did. If you ever get a chance to see that back somewhere.
And do you know what? Yeah, let's show people that now.
Okay.
So welcome everybody to another edition of the Q5 with none other than my special guest, Jason King. Welcome to the show.
That was a real crack entrance.
Right.
He didn't shush a minute, right? What he should have said was, the man in there with the man with the power. I am the man for all seasons, and I proved tonight my UPW debut. What I said all along from day one. I'm just that much better than the rest. This chump, if he had any sense, what he would have done is he'd have bowed down, kissed my ring. But no, you better make this quick, because time is money. I got a lot of money. I'm not wasting it sitting here with you. Do you understand that? You interrupt me, I'm going to smack you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, what?
Yes, sir. Alright, question 1 then. Where did it all begin for you then?
The day I was born. Next.
Who inspired you to be the pro wrestler that you are today?
What?
I said, who inspired you to be the pro wrestler that you are today?
I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, Self, you're just too good to be a nobody. Here we are. What was your
Future.
name?
Cut.
Who?
Cut.
Carl.
Cut.
Carl. What a stupid name. My name's Carl. I got my own show. I'm Carl. Stupid name.
What do you think the future holds for you?
Success, money, class. Did you see my match, Carl?
I did.
Carl?
I was right there.
What a stupid question. What does the future hold for me? More money, more titles.
A dream match.
Against me. Me in the mirror every day. That's the best matchup for me, is the mirror. Who else can last with me? Who can hang with me? Who competes like me? Carl.
Biggest highlight of your career so far?
It's not being here. This is the low point. In fact, I'm going to fire my agent in a minute. I'm not kidding, I'm going to fire him in a minute. Next question.
Oh, that's it. I'm all out of questions, so...
Carl, go away. Carl, no. Go away. Get out of the shop. Go away, Carl. Go away. This is what you really wanted, wasn't it? Was an interview with me, not with Carl. What sort of a name is Carl? What a stupid name. Carl's parents. Why did you name him Carl? He's stupid. UPW. My name is Jason King, and I am the best man. And then I if you've seen it now by this point, right? If you've able to add that into this, right? I'm being a fucking dickhead. Like,
You really are.
I was, and I thought
really
to myself,
are.
I was like, how can you be a fucking cock, right? Because my introduction to UPW, and I wanted them to. I was wearing this suit, and I was acting like a Billy Big Balls. Like at one point, I literally get on my phone and like I just start like acting like I'm texting, like I'm being a fucking dickhead. I remember, and you were like being really nice. I was like, get out, go on, get
You
lost.
even insulted my parents. Who does that?
Like, right?
Who does that?
I was sitting like in my head. I was thinking like, Jace, what would you hate, right? What kind of person would you hate? And I was like, okay, let's go and be that guy that you would think, what a fucking bellend, right? And that's what I wanted to portray, right? Like at the time as Jason King it was like, go be a bellend, go be one of those jumped up little jackass motherfuckers that. And I was like, just rude to everybody, thinks he's better than everybody else, chip on his shoulder, and that's kind of what it's not really me, but it's like what I tried to portray, right?
I tell you what, it was. I went home, got travelling home, and you messaged me. Literally, it must have been like midnight. You were like, it was like one of the best things I've ever done. Getting to be the character like that and get to express that, and that was a lot of fun. That was one of the first times I think I've ever been ripped a new one by a wrestler.
The thing is, we've worked together ever since, haven't we?
Yeah.
We do stuff together all the time. Like we just become good friends from that. Like because
we really have.
I was always like, every time you were like, I'm looking for a guy to help. I was like, man, get me on. What can I do for you? And then you were like, okay, well, what can I do for you? And we just kind of like, I couldn't do Reach without you. I tell you all the time, like I couldn't do it. Like I wouldn't be able to do it without you. You're so important to me. Like that's why when you have your tough time, like, because you were spreading yourself so thin at one point, you remember, right?
I was
constantly work, and I was like, dude, please, just your health comes first.
Well, and that's why I've cut out some promotions, not all promotions, just some of it is just I end up falling behind,
right?
And the one thing I don't want to do is fall behind so much that the fans are waiting to rewatch.
Yeah.
A show.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which show it is. It could be any one.
And
I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
anymore,
exactly. Right? Because it's a standard that you set, right? That's the quality of your work, isn't it? That you're prepared basically to show the world that, like, this is your quality, and when that starts dropping, it's like anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if your quality drops, then But you, like you said, you got like 2, 3 now that you focus on. That's better for you.
And that is better. That is better for me because I can focus more on those 3. Then you see and. Really trying up my game. I'm always trying to up my game a little bit every single time. I'm always thinking, what can I do this time just to make that ever so slightly better?
Well, whenever I get a message, I got this idea. I just need a video. Give me 30 seconds of this, or give me 10 seconds filming that, and then 10 seconds of that, and I'll get your package. I'm like, oh, okay. Or you're like, listen, come out here and film this. It's got to be for when we put it online. I'm like, okay, man, whatever. And then I watched some of it back last night on the on demand, and there are little snippets that I don't even remember doing or seeing, and I'm like, fuck me! Like, how did he put that in there? Before the battle royal, you're like, upcoming as the battle royal, got this guy, that guy, and you're like, here is a breakdown of the battle royal, and it's like Joey Sevens talking, then I'm talking, and PJ's talking, and Vinny Clay. I was like, I forgot all these promos. Like, he's put all this together. Like, you could watch any one of and it's your work that did this, so it's credit all to you. You could watch one of our shows, you could turn it on and go, okay, what's this? And there's always a little bit beforehand that tells the story, so that if you were brand new watching it, you could go, oh, I see. That's why these guys are fighting.
Well, see, now that's why I do it, because it's. I mean, no slating to anybody else that's out there that does the same as me for other promotions and whatever. But I just feel that if you're gonna do a show like that and you're gonna put it together and you're gonna sell it to people, you want it so it's not just. Oh, the program starts and it's the MC in the ring and all right, let's get going. Let's have like 5 matches or 6 matches or how many you've got on the card. I always feel that no, how many times I contradict myself I always feel like you need to get that message got. You watch WWE,
Agreed.
how many times do WWE contradict themselves? Constant promotion this match, constant
100%,
promotion that match.
100%.
And I feel like that's just what it always needs. In between every match, always needs just a little something, whether it's a promo or a video
100%.
package or whatever.
And I say to Grayson Reeves, who runs Reach with me all the time, footage, content. I say to him, get promos off this guy, that guy, that guy. He says, why? I say, I don't care why. Even get them just saying they love working for Reach. Get them saying something. Get them walking through a corridor. We'll use it. I said just content constantly. Just something like you said to bridge the gaps. Because sometimes when it goes match, and there's a moment where the MC's just like, he's just stood there waiting for nothing.
Yeah, again, like it's what I call like dead space. It's what I call. There's nothing going on. So you need to fill the gap.
Yeah, and I like it when it cuts back to you guys on commentary. It's always really cool. Like when you, Clay, and I ball out, like a big match has happened, right, when angles occurred, and you're like, guys, what the hell do we make of that? And Clay's all like, I've never seen something so damn despicable as what I just saw. And you're like, it's downright disgusting. I don't know. And you're just like, you're like, this is how we got to this point. And then you're like, oh, how did we get to this point? And the video package plays, and you're like, oh, this motherfucker's an asshole, or God, I hope that guy wins. Like I just love that sort of. It's that storytelling, isn't it?
Exactly.
Because we only get 15 minutes in the ring, 20 minutes in the ring,
Yeah.
but we got 23 hours and 45 minutes of a day that we can use to tell our story, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's why the social media and stuff is important. But most guys miss that as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that don't tend to use their social media as much, and the more promotion that you can do for yourself,
better it is. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, and it's what fans want. Fans want to see constant promos, constant interviews, video packages of this, and this, building it up, making you really excited when you get to see this match. I mean, it's TNR that's coming up next at the Walkabout Over 18 show. The last time we were there, it was chaos, absolute chaos, and I'm dreading to think of what kind of chaos we're going to have.
Knowing what's coming, right? Knowing what is coming without spoiling it, like, I am absolutely, like, if you didn't love this business, you couldn't do it. Like the last time I had a condom in my mouth and a condom in my ass.
I couldn't watch that bit.
Like,
it was hard.
The woman I'm with now, she was in the crowd that night. I think that was the first time she saw me perform. Someone sticks a condom in my mouth, the other one sticks a condom in my ass. Like, and that was the first time she ever saw me perform. I mean, where do you go from there? Like, how do you sort of somehow I recovered that, right? But come on, but that's the 18 plus we do, right? Like,
yeah.
Those are it's just fun. We're saying, like, have a few beers, come watch the wrestling, and we're gonna make it so it's adult themed. So we're gonna make it so that it's like a night out on the piss. But when you're in a nightclub sometimes, and you're out drinking, and like you're a bit bored, you're a bit like, oh, this club's crap. Well, come to our club, come to the Walkabout Plymouth, and come watch this. And it's like, this is a nightclub or a bar that you're never going to get bored at. For those 2.5 hours we got you, there's not a moment's downtime. No. Like, there's not a moment where you're not encouraged to go and get 2 for 1 on drinks, and there's not a moment where you're not encouraged to give the rest of some shit if you want. Get in there. And we were drinking halfway through the match last time. We went to the bar and started downing drinks halfway through a bloody match. What more could you ask for than that, right? People were like touching us as we were going past and slapping our hands and stuff, and it's that interactive. Like,
it's a crazy night.
Fucking, and this one's called Double the Alcohol.
yeah.
Oh.
Dreading to see what will occur that night. Let's have a little chat about probably one of the biggest events that we're going to have in 2020, Guildhall.
It's a good story, right? You ready for this? Grayson Reeves messages me on the Monday. Do you think we could run our second anniversary at the Guildhall as an 800-seater? I messaged back on the Monday. I mean, we message all the time, every day, right? But I said, this was like a passing comment. I said, let's talk about it at the weekend when we're together. We'll talk about it Saturday when you come down, right? Because we do training on a Sunday at the Reach Academy, so I thought that'll be the end of that. On the Tuesday, I get another message. This is the layout of the Guildhall. I'm like, okay, well, cool. That's the layout of the Guildhall. I said, we'll talk about it Saturday. But good to see. He says you can fit 754 seats or 736, one of the two. Maybe 754 with some stuff moved around. So that's the detail he's gone into that night, right? And the next day to present that to me, and I've gone, okay, cool. On the Wednesday, he's gone to me, I really think we can run the Guildhall. And I've gone, okay. I said, the third time you've mentioned it, just chill out, all right? We'll talk about it the weekend and see if it's something that we can do. He goes, we haven't said no. I said, no, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying give me a chance to really process what you're saying.
Yeah.
12:30 on a Thursday, I get a call. Ring, ring. Hey, mate, you okay? Guess what? I got good news, and then I got some really good news. I go, okay, that's good. Normally it's good and bad, right? Like, no bad news? Nope, no bad news. I go, what? I go, he's a prick. I go, what's the good news? He goes, the good news is I booked the Guildhall. I go, what the fuck did you say? What? He goes, wait. I go, what? You what? He goes, just hear me out. I got really good news. I go, what's the really good news? He goes, the deposit was only 100 quid. I was like, stop. I said, stop. Don't, you haven't paid for it. Yeah, I paid for it. It's all done. I was like, oh, you didn't ask. No, I did ask. I go, yeah, but I didn't say yes. He goes, well, you didn't say no. He said, so I just
he got you there, then, didn't he?
He goes, I just kind of thought, I'll just take that as a sign and we'll just go with it. So now we've got, like, the 740 or 750 seat or whatever it is booked for July next year. I don't doubt our ability to sell it out. The amount of advertising and money to go into that is like, I guess that's...
You got a whole year.
We're going to need a whole year. But like...
We've got a whole year, so I'm
this
sure...
This means more for you. Like, you're on board. Like, this means all of us have got to do more, right?
Yeah, I know.
Like, every single one of us has got more to do. So it just means more work and you know, biting down on a gum shield and swinging now and just saying, right, let's go, let's do this. And we're just going to have to try new avenues. And to be honest, I said to him the other day, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I said, like, dude, you know, I said, I'll be happy if we get 400 in that Guildhall. Shut your fucking mouth. I go, eh? He goes, we're getting 754. I said, well, all right, but...
When Grayson Reeves has got his eye on something,
right.
That's it. It's going that way, regardless.
I said, but 400 would be good. No. We're selling that thing out. I said, okay, all right. I said, you got it, and that's it now. There's no going back. Fuck's sake, there's no going back now. So we build, you know, we grow, and we the strategy's there to get there.
Yeah.
And the plan's being laid out as we talk. Like, it's all being done with the relevant parties, and we're just we're saying, okay, we've said it now, and our word is our bond, right? So the moment we say it, I mean, on the night. If you watch the footage back of 365 days later, there's a moment in the ring when he gets in the ring and we smash PJ Jones, he fuck off. And I like PJ really, but tell people. So fuck him, PJ's gone, and he looks at me. If you ever, I don't know if you were able to film it, but there's a moment if the hard cam sees it or whatever. He goes, shall I do the other announcement now? And I'm G'd up to hell, right? So I go, yeah, go on, do it. I should have gone. No, don't do it yet. Let's rethink this. But I was too hyped up, right? So I go, yeah, fuck it, tell them. Well, there's no going back now, is there? Because now all 200 odd people were sat there going, where are we going to be next year? They go, right here. And Grayson Reeves goes, oh no, we're going to be in the Plymouth Guildhall. Fuck.
Raised the roof. Blew the roof off.
They popped, right? But now there's no going back.
No, there isn't.
There's no
there is no going back from here. So now we're on the road.
But now it's the road to the Guildhall. But this is the thing, right? This is what our business is like. If we succeed, they'll say you got lucky. If we fail, they'll say told you couldn't do it. It's like that kind of energy is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No one. If you were a local promoter in the southwest area, there's a few of them left. The shit ones all died out or are dying out. And some shit ones keep fucking emerging.
Keep popping up.
If you was a promoter in the southwest, I think you'd be saying, right, that's a huge event. Where can I help? Where can I lend a hand? How can I get on board? Is there anything I can do?
Yeah.
No one's approached us yet. We've spoken to a couple of them, like, to help us with ring and rig and all that stuff. And I almost in my head am saying, like, I wonder if it was their show and it was that big, would we say, do you need anything from us? And I hope to think we would. I hope to think we'd say, if you're really going for something that big, if we can help, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to put on something that size and just to... We're scratching each other's back. Do you know what I mean? And, like, nobody's directly approached us yet and said, well, listen, I know you're running a big... If there's anything I can do, help you with talent or help you with, you know, this or that. Like, but you'd hope we'd live in it like it's an acrimonious situation where everybody agrees, like, okay, something big coming. But I think a lot of people say they want professional wrestling promoters, say they want professional wrestling to grow and they want it to be big. But what they mean is they want it to be big as long as they're in control.
Yeah.
Right? That some forget that there's something bigger than them is what we give back to the fans, right? And again, a reach thing for us was always, it's about what the fans want. We didn't even want it to come out that me and Grayson ran the show.
No.
In the beginning. He fucked up too. But we didn't because it was like, it's not an ego trip. It was because I was sick to death of shitty wrestling and poor business decisions in the area. And I said, I don't want to be part of this. I want to be part of something special that the fans can lose their minds for 2 hours and just say, do you know what, in those 2 hours I'm just going to be part of the Reach army, and I'm just going to lose my mind and have a good time, right?
I don't think there has really ever been a disappointing show, has there? Really? I don't think anybody has really give a bad review or anything like that every time. I mean, I talk to fans personally, and some of those are my friends, and they tell me that it's worth the travel wherever you're coming from.
With London they come from, and some come from like Birmingham, and we have like coming from all around the southeast. And then like the Thursday night one was like a school night or a work night, and we had people turning up saying, like, telling their friends, I'm telling you now, they were saying, you've got to come to the next one. And they're like, it's a work night. They said, I don't care. They're telling, fans and friends, I'm going to the next one. I know I've booked the day off afterwards because I've absolutely got to not miss this. And it's kind of like, it's really flattering, right? Because you sort of think to yourself, like, these people really mean this. Like, the energy that's created is real, right? And I just think our goal is to make something bigger than us. It's not about how good did Jason King make it. It's not about how good did Grayson Reeves make it or anybody else that we've got on our team. It's about like making, like giving a platform for British wrestling, right? And especially in this part of the country, because we were overlooked for a long, long time. Like the North were ahead of the South for a long time, I feel. But I don't think it's like that anymore. I think we're bringing that balance back.
Oh, I think Southwest is coming back pretty strong right? At the moment. I like to think, I've had a bit to do with that myself, and I think everybody's played their part. Some of the guys that we've got on the roster between here, UPW, Reach, and other places around the place as well, and some of those names are just. It surprises me that they're still, and maybe it's because they want to still be here, and they haven't progressed. But guys like Dick Riley.
Oh, mate,
do you know guys like Charlie Sterling? I love Charlie Sterling. I love how he is in Reach. The list goes on and on.
If you look right at the talent, let's put some people over. Let's give some positive energy. Right, I could talk for, I'm not kidding, in excess of an hour easy about probably 3, 4, 5 guys. Right, I'll try to summarise, but get the good points in. You've got a fucking murderer's row of talent here in the Southwest that don't seem to be working that many places, or at least not in any of what some people consider the big ones. Well, they're working for Reach now, so and we're becoming one of the bigger ones. It's happening. It's before your very eyes, and we're trying to pull that talent out for everyone to see in this country. Charlie Sterling, he may be. You couldn't have, in my opinion, a top 5 in this country and not have him in it. Because if you had a top 5 in this country and didn't have him in it, I'd say I don't think you understand wrestling. Because you don't understand how good he is. You've got to, you cannot ignore his. I pissed up at TNR1. I grabbed him and I said, you the best or what? And he goes, what? I said, you're the best, didn't you? Be honest. I said, it's just me and you here.
That match was incredible.
Right, with Jody Fleisch, right?
Yeah.
I said, and he's another one. I'll come to Jody in a minute. Charlie Sterling, he said, no, I'm not the best. Pete Dunne's the best. Pete Dunne is the best. I said, why is Pete Dunne? Pete Dunne is really, really good, right? He's like really, really good.
Yeah,
Pete Dunne's one of the ones that got the UK contracts. Probably not because he's mates with the right people. He got it because he is fucking sublime. And when I watch Pete Dunne, I think, he's good in this guy. Very good, right? Charlie Sterling, for me, might be the best. And I said, he goes, I'm not the best. I said, no one can pull the facials, and what Charlie does better than anybody else is what he does in between his moves.
Yeah.
Not only is his execution of everything just about perfect, what he does in between each move, never a wasted moment, never a missed opportunity to sell and to feed and to tell a story. You've got Dick Riley. You want to talk popularity, right? I'm popular in Plymouth. Like, I'm popular, yeah, but I always ask Grayson, I say, I'm one of the most popular guys in Plymouth. He goes, yeah. I go, I might be the most popular, right? He goes, yeah. And I go, I might be, right? In some people's opinion. He goes, it's hard to say. I go, no, but there might be 2 or 3 of us. He goes, it's Dick. He goes, you can't really look past Dick. And I said, I'm like clutching at straws, right? Well, I said, well, could it be me? He goes, what? He goes, I'm like, come on. He goes, Dick, he goes, you just can't really look past how popular he is. And I'm like, fuck. Like, no matter how you twist it, right? This guy's popularity, it's like everybody that meets him likes him, in and out the ring, and what a talent! Like, he's so chill, lovely man. I like Dick. You know, he's a good guy, and he's another one. His matches are always good quality. Never misses a beat. Never blows up. Gets tired in the ring, and he does a lot of work.
Oh God, yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh,
You've got, but then you got, here's one, Joe Redman. I'll tell you something about Joe Redman. I was oohing and ahhing about who the best was, and you got a few. Roy Knight I really like. The UK Kid is probably the best professional wrestler from the UK.
Yeah.
People be hearing this going, who's the UK Kid? If you don't know, then watch a UK Kid match.
Yeah.
I still believe he's the best, probably. But I like Roy Knight. I think he's extremely good. And the other one is Joe Redman. And Joe Redman is he's never really, he had his NXT stuff long before there was an NXT UK, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Him and Neville, yeah. And Redman. Redman's like the kind of guy where, imagine you're the champion, and you're like driving down the road, chauffeur-driven car, and you're like, I'll wrestle anybody, anytime, anywhere, and I'll outwork them, I'll outwork anyone. What you would do is you'd go to town to town to town, chauffeur-driven, and you'd win all your matches, and you'd out-wrestle everybody, and then you'd go, what's this one in Plymouth? Let's drive down there. And the chauffeur would be driving down the M5. You'd get just past Exeter, you'd be rolling up into Plymouth, you'd see the big sign say Reach Wrestling, and you'd go, yep, who's their champion? You'd get out of the car, and they'd go, the chap you're wrestling tonight is Joe Redman. You'd freeze, shit your pants, jump back in the car and say, back to London quick, back to London. Because you know he'd show you up. It's the truth. I never met anybody that outworks him. I never met anybody that looks more convincing.
Yeah.
I never met anybody that looks better than he does.
Very traditional wrestler, isn't he?
Oh, isn't he? But
Very old school.
Joe can do anything.
Yeah.
Like, people don't, he can do comedy. Joe could pull like the rabbit out the hat in that ring between those ropes. Like, I've seen guys blow a spot and then re-blow it when he's tried to fix it, and he's fixed it again. He is a different caliber. You got Jason King. That's me. You've got me sat here, right? The amount of, like, if you had never seen my promos or my in-ring work, like some of my
They go on
comedy.
for a while.
Yeah, right, yeah. But like, the amount of people that will come up to me backstage, high five me, you're so funny, man, you're so charismatic. And I'm like, oh, thank you, it's very kind, right? Nobody's looking at me. No one's saying, like, again, watch my match online. See what you think. Maybe you watch it and go, this jumped up little shit's crap. Again, what do you know about wrestling? Like, watch it. Grayson Reeves, as good anybody, as good as anyone, like, move for move in the ring. You've got Joey Seven coming through now.
A tremendous athlete, really, isn't he?
Holy shit.
And he hasn't even really been training for long, has he?
9 months? In 9
incredible.
months, that's what he is.
That's incredible. And wrestled now for 2 promotions.
These guys and us?
Yeah.
And there another one. He's just in the camps. He's doing the All-Star shows.
That's brilliant.
It's insane. He's doing Fight Star coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got...
he's doing so much. It's incredible.
It's just like a hotbed of talent. I mean, Chris Andrews, if he ever comes back.
Yeah,
just, You want to talk ability, natural ability. Oh, my word. Chris Andrews could, like, honestly, he's the kind of guy, like, so soft-spoken and such a lovely man, such a gentleman, really.
Yeah.
And then in that ring, like, he's a different kettle of fish. They don't come along like Chris Andrews.
No, they don't.
His conviction in the way he performs is just insane. And we're all guys and girls that are from the I mean, the girls, actually, that's something we're missing in the Southwest, is not enough female talent floating around. There's a few.
No, there isn't, is there?
You know, and we got 5 in the academy now coming through. You know, Aurora's there, Lee Taylor's there, Echo Reed. We're bringing through talent, you know, like to match some of the women from the North and the Midlands, right? We're trying to, you know, to really, really, and the junior heavyweights too. Danny Steele coming through, wrestling in Bodmin. You've got some real Jacob Kitto coming. I mean, he's come from nowhere. I could talk. Josh Knott. How good is Josh Knott? I get like, and I'm get accused all the time. Oh, that the people that don't really know me, that all say things like, "Oh, he's an arrogant prick." Like it only talks about.
Josh is a great player.
Right. He is so good. He can be a bit shy sometimes when you go to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, Josh is sublime. He is so good. And we were the first ones, I think. I want to take credit for saying we were the first ones to really give him the chance to go out and do your stuff your way. And the crowd they want to hate him.
Yeah.
He makes them hate him,
Yeah.
right? Look at me putting all these people over. People call me vain. Look at all these people. I want to put more people over.
Yeah.
Such a...
Well.
Go on.
I was You put me over.
Carl, I couldn't do what we do without Carl. Like our tech stuff, our commentary team with Vinny Clay and Dave the Eye. Rick Smith on photography. He's probably the best photographer in the country. John Aubrey, MC. You asked John Aubrey. He tried to quit. He tried to quit wrestling.
Did.
And I said,
He
no.
did.
I said, you're not quitting.
No.
And he goes, sorry, what? He goes, that's not really a discussion, Jace. I go, no, it's not. You're not quitting. And he goes, mate, he goes, I'm not in the right place at the moment. I said, you can take a break, but you're not quitting. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, I can't let you quit. I said, you're too good. I can't let you go. I said, I need you when I start my own company. And he was like, oh, if that ever happens, mate. He missed our first show. He messaged me at the second show quite sheepish. Oh, man, I'm really sorry I missed the first one. I really want to, I really kind of want to, come along. If there's anything I can do. I said, if there's anything you can do. I said, you got a, mate. I said, you've had a job waiting for you, like, since day one. I said, get your ass here. I said, you will never miss another one of my shows ever. I said, I have to have you. You're my friend. I love you. And you're too good to just be. He was like just trying to do managerial work and stuff, and nothing was fitting him. I said, what? I said, I need you as an MC. And he was so hyped. You watch him.
Yeah, I know. He's great, isn't he?
Comes out to a different song, right?
Oh, I love it. We discuss this every, like, a week before every Reach show, and he's like, right, Carl, what do you think we should go with? And I'm like, right, I've got this list. And he's like, oh, and he keeps changing his mind. And yeah, I don't know how many times I have to change people's music.
Yes.
But yeah. Anyway.
I nearly messaged you earlier, so you can change
Yeah,
back to my original song. I was like,
don't even start me with that. Anyway, King, thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you for joining me here. You got to come again. We'll talk some more. We got so much that we can talk about. We just don't have enough time in the day. We need to get back in there now and get ready for showtime.
Check out Reach Wrestling, guys, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yes, that's right. Lovely.
Cheers.
See you soon. Bye, everyone.